Hey everybody, if you follow Michelle Goes Live, you'll be familiar with her usual tricks. She showed up at a panel tonight reclaiming that she had a stroke and was life-flighted after someone had spoke to her ex-husband, and you'll hear what he had to say because the lady that spoke to her ex-husband showed up on the panel after she went up there and was stuttering, claiming she was having a hard time finding the words and stuff, but you'll see for yourself. Let's take a look. Oh, yes. P.S. This is the name she was using. So she's using Flava, the Creative Flava's custom background, as her profile picture under the name Try and See Me. So grow up, Michelle.
I am glad to hear your voice, to actually hear that you are okay.
So, let me, that's,
Oh, for heck's sake.
Michelle, I don't want you to stress about shit on YouTube no more. Your health is number one with these people.
I had, another stroke. I was airlifted to Snellville.
Don't tell nobody where you're at, Michelle, please. Just for your safety.
I'm not there,
Okay.
in Atlanta. And, I have no family, right?
I know.
So they brought me to New Orleans. Um, um, uh, uh, it's hard. I lose words. Um, Lola was having fits with the sitter, and so she had to be picked up in Georgia and brought back to New Orleans.
But I want to give you advice, and I want you to...
She has been a champ.
That's
She
good.
wants me to come home so bad. I've been working on steps, walking up and down stairs with her, and she is so awesome. She's like back to herself. She's pulling me upstairs and like standing so strong when I walk down them with her harness.
I think right now would be a very wonderful time for you to reintroduce yourself to God and let Him take control.
You don't understand. God and I have an understanding, right? And I don't care if he's with my statement or not, right?
Mhm.
When God's my son, we have understanding that he leaves me alone and I leave him alone, right? Because there are black babies born in this world.
She's always accusing people of trying to get the investigation into the death of her son reopened, accusing her of ending his life, all of which I've never heard anybody actually do. And I would not be in support of that. I've had a similar loss, if in fact his death was caused by SIDS. So, yeah, and here she is at every chance. It's almost like an emotional manipulation, in my opinion.
There are babies that are in hotel rooms that are abused by meth heads and hard and SAE and left for days without food and stuff. And God took a perfectly healthy baby away from me for no reason, a perfectly healthy breastfed child for no reason whatsoever. And he could have saved all the babies that are being abused. And God could have saved, he could have taken one of those babies.
And
Instead of a baby that there was nothing wrong with.
I
Because
understand
he
where
was
you're
so
coming
loved and there was nothing when he was perfectly healthy. And God could have picked one of the babies that are really, really
I just-
harmed.
I-
And said, no, God and I just have an understanding.
and I'm agreeing with what you're saying. I just
There
think
is
I hope
nothing
someday,
God and I have understanding.
I hope that someday that you can understand that God did not do that to punish you.
I can say I'm fine now because I give me good medicine.
It's not the medicine, Michelle.
I'm all fucked up. I'm all kind of fucked up.
Michelle, don't let any fucking person in this
I
world...
gotta go. I don't want to stay on here long. I just
Well,
want to
you
let you
reach
know
out.
there's so many
Haters,
lies,
reach out.
Mom. There's so many lies. Go after that big and sexy girl. She's lying. She never spoke to Etienne. She never spoke to any of his friends. That Lauren Girl's a whore. That Lauren Girl's a whore. I will send you screenshots. Etienne blocked her. He blocked her from my phone. He didn't want to text anyone from his phone, so he was using mine, right? Yeah. Lauren wouldn't stop calling. They were doing EEGs on me to see where my brain activity was when they first life flighted me to Snowville in Atlanta, right? Mom, you're from here, right? Yeah.
Respect.
When she came over here, or had people come over here saying she had a fucking stroke, this, that, and the third, of course somebody's going to want to reach out to see if you're okay. So you kind of like put that shit on you.
Right. Well, here's my thing is I did kind of hear in her chat her saying that Etienne blocked Lauren and blocked Tara, but he never blocked me. So, I mean, that's kind of crazy, but she knows for a fact that I talked to him because now she wants to dox me. She can dox me, Devious. She will find absolutely nothing on me, but she needs to get my real name before she does that because that's not my name. That's absolutely not my name. I mean, she can dox me out if she wants, but even that person, she's not going to find anything on them. But if she had my real last name, I have no police record, never been arrested. I think I had a speeding ticket 20 years ago or something crazy like that. But anyway, with that said, so I'm going to say is I did speak to Etienne, and this is exactly how the conversation went. Like I said, I can't verbatim it because right now my mind's a little goofy from all this moving and dealing, but I spoke to him on the phone and I said, hi, Etienne. I just want to, and there was another gentleman with me, which happens to be a friend of Etienne's. And I wanted to confirm that he was still friends with him, which I did before I made the call. And so anyway, when I called, I said, hi, I said, am I speaking to Etienne? And he goes, who? And I said, am I speaking to Etienne? And he goes, well, who is this? So I gave him my name. And he said, if this is about YouTube right now, I'm going to tell you, I don't want to hear about it. I've heard enough. SHIT. I don't want to curse on your panel and disrespect you.
No, you're fine. I've been cursing all day.
Oh, okay, well, if I slip, then it's okay.
Yeah, you're fine. I curse all day long.
So he said he didn't want to hear any shit. And I said, well, it is and it isn't. I said, I just want to let you know that Michelle has gone into a gentleman's chat under your name and is stating that she had a stroke and then had a massive heart attack and was airlifted 5 hours away to New Orleans. Well, anybody who's a nurse, anybody who knows anything about the medical field, it wouldn't take 5 hours to get from where she's at to Louisiana being airlifted. You're talking about maybe an hour, hour and a half flight. Am I correct? And I said, but I'm not going to take up too much more of your time. I said, but I just wanted you to know this. His exact words to me were, and I will not forget this. He said, she is in no harm. She is not hospitalized. None of that is true. And she's mad because she lost what she had on YouTube. His exact words. And I said, thank you very much for the clarification. I'm sorry if I bothered you in any way. And I assure you, I will not bother you again. You have a very blessed evening. And he said, thank you. And we disconnected the phone.
So before we end, let's take a look at the types of behavior Michelle was exhibiting, even after being terminated for going live on another channel after she received a strike, which she was supposed to wait 7 days for.
That's the only way I will take panel with you.
Shut up, Michelle. Just shut up. I'm
Get
gonna
up.
explain the band evading, you idiot nitwit.
Get up.
You're so
Get up,
stupid.
you fat whore.
Oh God. You're such an idiot. My husband was a veteran and had PTSD and committed suicide.
Michelle,
They
go.
killed him. Oh my God.
I did.
Let me
I
explain
did.
it to you real quick.
Go
I'm
ahead.
sorry.
Yeah, go ahead. I don't know
So-
you, so I didn't.
So that's how she talks about a veteran. Disgusting.
I was giving Michelle an opportunity to give a voice out. I don't owe Michelle the opportunity, and it's not like I'm not gonna. You're sitting backstage. She can tell you just as easy.
Yeah,
so I'm sorry.
I mean,
I'm
it
trying
was
to
take
let
just a minute.
I was trying to let you get a chance, but
I
she
know.
said so. That was it. Well, go ahead and tell the chat, please. If you want to say anything in response, I didn't.
Oh, she's an idiot. I don't
Well,
pay any
so, yeah, let me tell the
attention.
truth. I'm not responding. I didn't know what the fuck Michelle was gonna say, and
Yeah, I know you
mean, she's
didn't.
crazy. She says crazy shit.
Oh yeah, she just loses her crap.
And she's clearly
Yeah.
pissed off.
He's not
About it.
responsible. He doesn't know anything about my husband's death.
I wasn't co-signing
I'm
none
not
of
holding-
that.
Yeah, I know. I'm not into that.
Okay, so I'm sorry for whatever she
She's
said.
about- yeah. It's just something. Yeah, of course it
Well,
is.
you know,
It's
Michelle
something.
just forgot. She was sending me text messages last week saying that I killed my sister who died 20 years ago of a drug overdose. So she
See,
says,
that's horrible. Yeah, she
I
says
know.
horrible crap, and
So
then
I'm-
thinks it should be okay. You know.
yeah.
I'm sorry. She's
Well, what do you think about her band? I mean, she's gone. She's
Okay,
probably
I can
more-
tell you what it is. It's for
Yeah.
band evading. She can say, you know, it's not all she wants, but we've done it to MFW and took her channel. We also, her boyfriend let her come and take over his channel, and his got shut down too for band evading. So,
Yeah.
like,
Well, that's
when I
what
was
she's
saying it in
breaking.
the chat, I was really trying to tell you for real because I wouldn't
No,
tell
I know.
somebody that I'm enemy with to watch out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no,
So,
I knew it. That's why I was like, I didn't want to let her get too going. That's why actually why I brought you on was to try and like, you know, she got what I
Sure,
got
I
something to say. Yeah, well, that's
you
it. No, she just goes off and she's talking about
No,
people
you
specifically.
see,
You know.
anybody else that would happen to would be like, man, I really screwed up. You know what I mean? Let me just not be mean to people. I'll try to do better. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But her
Okay.
instead,
Okay, here she comes right here. I'm gonna bring her
she's coming back up.
on. Hey, Michelle.
Hey, Danny, go you fat whore.
I don't think so.
Came up there.
Such a lady.
Came up there to your fat.
Why don't you
Here
go on your
comes
channel?
Michelle's
Oh,
genius.
wait, you don't have any channel.
Look, that's what I found out I can do.
Yes, I know you didn't.
You know, that's what I can do. Yeah, I do. If I don't get my channels back, guess what I can do?
What
What's it do?
I can change my name. You can't do shit about
It's
it.
okay. You got an IP address, you idiot.
No, I'm behind a VPN, you idiot.
It doesn't matter. You
Yes,
think
it
you should.
does.
It lasts for about a month, Michelle. Have you looked into anybody else that's been ban evading and got took down?
I
Have
wasn't
you looked into
validating.
them?
I wasn't
Yes, you were.
validating.
Yes, you were. No matter what you say, that's what you were doing, and that's what YouTube decided.
I wasn't monetized, and I had 2 channels, and my channel was up since June 9th. I didn't create a new channel.
Doesn't
There's
matter.
Yeah,
If there's
it does.
proof, yeah, absolutely. I sent
There's
it
proof
straight
that
to
my
YouTube.
channel was
The
up
proof.
since June 9th.
It doesn't matter.
Yes, it
You
does.
still wrote in the description, I'm on a strike for right now. I can't go live for 7 days.
It doesn't
I'll be
matter.
up here on
Either
this
one of my.
channel.
I'm working with another creator. You fat.
I'm over here ban evading. Come get me, y'all. You're the idiot that did that.
Guess what? Guess what? It does. I wasn't validating. I said I got it straight.
You were.
And I'm allowed to have 2 channels if I am not monetized.
The motivation for reporting Michelle was because she was harassing a lady in the ICU that goes by Toastgate. She was once a mod for Michelle, but then afterward, honestly, didn't say one bad word about her. And Toastgate's sister says that. So I think as soon as Michelle saw everybody was sending get well soon cards and praying for her, and somebody was getting more attention than she was, she started messaging Toastgate's phone, and her sister talks about it and how she never talked a bad word about Michelle, to her knowledge. But Michelle starts sending nasty texts about Toastgate's, the loss of her husband and other things. But I'm going to include the clip of Toastgate's sister talking about it on Flavla's panel.
I'm a little nervous. My voice is a little shaky. I'm sorry. She's had a better day today. We had a little bit of a scare with her vitals again. But ultimately she's stable. She was in ICU and she's going to be in ICU for a while. She's not fully breathing on her own. She's sustained some pretty major injuries. She's going to require therapy and things like that when she does come home. How do we know to sort?
You can see in the messages, wasn't he T-Bone talking about her late husband? Didn't your children already lose a father? Do some soul searching. Get right with God. Who talks like that, Bio?
Toast, you know, Toast lost her husband to was it accident, I believe.
Yes, she lost her husband very early when she was pregnant with her son. She already had a daughter, but yes, she lost her husband very, very young. But
It's sad, you know.
and some of the things I'm not sure. She has spoken a little bit to me about the Michelle person. It's been a little while since she mentioned her, but she had mentioned things about trying to help her and. And then I think it just became a little bit too much for her. I remember her saying that, but she never really spoke anything bad about her. So when these messages popped up under the name of Michelle, I was extremely confused. And the first thing I thought about was my sister's in the hospital right now.
Right. I'm so sorry that I had to go through this. I really am. This is one of her mom's first, and I appreciate that because nobody should support and condone this behavior from her. It's ridiculous.
That's a really sick thing to say to somebody. Like really, really, really sickening to say to somebody. And my sister has not seen that. Absolutely not.
Can't. It doesn't matter.
Why don't you send me the times to send
Saturdays,
it?
I mean Saturdays.
Jenny,
For
Jenny,
you too.
can you mute her? Ski?
Oh,
Saturdays, Michelle.
We might break it up a little bit, Jenny. No, guys, just take
He's
turns
not
talking.
going to listen to your
Hey, you got me over
commands,
with your fat
Michelle.
How's your husband? Everybody knows you killed him.
Michelle, you don't want to talk about your
No,
Oh, she's so nasty. I've legitimately not heard one person accuse her of that. However, when her and Ski Mask, just before this, weren't getting along, he did share something he alleges that she shared with him. So, if that's the truth of what happened, it's really messed up. She's constantly accusing people of saying she hurt the baby. I know this is some really dark stuff, but I'm going to include that clip because it's the only time I've heard anybody accuse her of having anything to do with the loss of her son. And if it's true, then it's obviously a coping mechanism or a defense mechanism that she constantly accuses others, but it should stop. You shouldn't do it anymore, Michelle. It's messed up. It's disrespectful to his memory, if nothing else.
Pillow talk, right? Michelle, you told me that you killed, you felt bad about it, right? Pillow talk, you don't remember that? Michelle, you confessed to me that you killed your baby and you just never wanted to you never wanted to tell nobody. Wasn't that what you said? You said you killed on accident, but you couldn't tell nobody because you would have gotten in trouble, some shit like that. Wasn't that what you said, Michelle? So you talk about my sister, a woman got criminally charged. It was a stupid bitch that gave her some pills, idiot. Didn't you tell me that you killed your baby on accident and you were too scared to tell anybody? That's how I remember the conversation. Yeah, Michelle told me that on our first phone call. We had about a 40-minute phone call. We were talking on the phone. She laid it all out there. She told me a lot of crazy shit. Told me about her tripping on mushrooms with some like, what was it, like your stepbrother or something? What was it? He was like at band camp and you and him and like 2 other people was all tripping on mushrooms and y'all did some weird freaky shit. What? Huh? Told me she rolled over and smothered her baby and was scared to tell anyone. That's what she told me. That's what she told me. I gotta come clean. That's what she told me. I mean, is that a crime or whatnot? I have no idea. The baby's death was ruled a sudden infant death syndrome. She rolled over on the baby and that was it. That's what she told me. You smothered your baby and you told me.
I know that's really triggering and nasty, but I felt like that should be out there because if that's true, that's messed up as heck. Messed up. And she sits there accusing people of like killing their spouses and stuff. Insane.
No, I've never said that. I've never said that. Not one time. I've never said that.
Everyone knows you killed your husband, Jenny Jen.
That's not a way to
Michelle,
discuss
that's
it.
disgusting.
Everyone knows you killed your
You
husband.
committed suicide, you idiot.
Michelle.
You drove him to suicide. Everyone knows
Oh
you're
my
dead
God.
ass.
All right, see, so I'm sorry. I don't even want to be on the show. Like, she goes from having a, you can't reason with me. I wouldn't talk to
You
somebody
didn't
like
talk
that.
to her.
She was going to get ready to start telling me about my sister in a second. I can already tell. So,
Oh yeah.
I guess that was a,
Yeah, man.
she doesn't, she's not open to reason. I mean, she can't have
No,
it.
she isn't, and she still won't even realize it was band-aiding. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like
Like,
she's worried about it.
you know?
Making people feel miserable about shit that ain't true. I don't like hearing that. She said,
I know,
like,
it's
and then
disgusting.
well, like I say mean shit to people, and I feel bad about saying it. I don't like hearing it be said to me, and so it's not, because somebody else said something to her, she can say something to you, or blah blah blah. Michelle, you
It's
can't do
always that way. It's ridiculous.
That's not cool. Well, I'm sorry about all of that.
It's all right. It's all right. I'm gonna go so you can finish your stream because she's not ever gonna.
Yeah, so while she's up there rehashing tonight lies about being life flighted and stuff, I just thought of the last week, and clearly nothing has changed. Isn't somebody that should be on YouTube right now, if ever. And just re-examining some of the behaviors that brought her to where she is this week. Hope everyone has a great morning, afternoon, or night. Talk to you soon.